In 236 BC Rome, I, Publius Cornelius Scipio, was born. My family, the Cornelii, was composed of wealthy patricians and men of great status. In fact, my great-grandfather, down to my father, all held the consulship. In my early life, I was highly educated by the greatest magisters of the day. I even went on to hold pupillage at the Senate. However, that was soon cut short as I was called to assist my father in battle. I believe that Scipio Africanus' family background provides much insight into his future actions. In fact, the cognomen Scipio derived from the word staff. Due to his family's dedication to Rome, they were seen as the staff that held the city up. Despite being wealthy patricians, the Scipios were not supercilious people. To prove this, Scipio Africanus' grandfather built their family house halfway up on the Palatine. In this way, the Roman citizens would not think that the Scipios thought themselves too high above the Roman people. So I soon began my military career. I served as military tribune at the Battle of Cannae. Although the battle was a disaster, my efforts to stop Roman deserters earned me the aedileship. The Punic Wars waged on in Hispania, and soon Rome found itself without a major military leader. However, I offered myself as senior general. I drove out the enemy within 4 years, using new Roman army tactics, and Hasdrubal Barca, the brother of that treacherous Hannibal, fled to Italy. After my accomplished mission in Spain, I was elected consul. Although Hannibal was still at large in Africa, I decided that a strike in Carthage would be more effective. The 35,000 Roman soldiers and I captured Tunis, and the Carthaginians, without Hannibal, surrendered. Then, in 202, Hannibal renewed war with his return to Carthage. At Zama, I, Publius Cornelius Scipio, met Hannibal in battle. I adapted to Carthaginian warfare techniques and allied with the Numidians. Soon at Zama, Hannibal and the Carthaginians were defeated, and Roman victory in Carthage was secured. It was through his military skill and audacity that Scipio Africanus gained immense power and respect. In fact, when he became aedile, he wasn't even old enough for the position. But in a speech he said, "If all the Romans want to make me aedile, then I am old enough." His audacity and courage were shown even greater when he volunteered himself as senior general in Hispania, a position typically held by the consul. Although also in Spain, his military achievements gained him immense popularity. In a battle at Carthago Nova, Scipio became lucky that the tide was low as he stormed the city. By the Romans, this was even seen as divine intervention by Neptune, which increased the power of Scipio Africanus. Then, after the conquest of Hispania, which was a massive accomplishment, he became consul by unanimous acclaim. I believe that Hannibal can be seen as a modern Osama bin Laden. He terrorized the Roman people and just sought to destroy Italy. People feared him so greatly that even after his defeat, he became immortalized as a boogeyman character. Parents would even tell their children that if they didn't finish their meal in ancient Rome, that Hannibal would come down from the mountains with elephants to get them. With the defeat of Hannibal at Carthage, Scipio was immensely popular and powerful. It was at this time that the Roman people granted him the title Africanus to commemorate his victory in Africa. He was seen as an extremely capable military leader and even divine. In 199 BC, I became the Principe Senatus, the head of the Senate. Although the threat of Carthage was gone, a new threat from the east, Antiochus III of Syria, was rising. I feared that the Syrian king would soon attack, so I sent my brother with Roman soldiers to strike at Magnesia in Asia. After a Roman victory, I gave generous peace terms to Antiochus. People, especially those in the Senate, began to distrust and dislike me for my power. Cato began to lead attacks against me, questioning my morals and attempting to destroy my reputation. Unfortunately, it was exposed that my brother Lucius took a bribe from Antiochus III, and from that point my influence and powers were shaken. Rome had turned its back on me. I exiled myself to my modest villa at Liternum. I lived a simple life there, cultivating my own fields, and I was away from the luxuries of Rome, such as warm baths. Soon, embittered and ill, and away from the city that betrayed me, I died. I think the story of Scipio Africanus is one that we often see today. People feared him and wanted to bring down his power because of intimidation, as we saw Cato do. Almost like today's politicians, opponents are always trying to find past misdeeds of others in order to discredit their reputation. Although history favors Scipio Africanus highly, the Roman people really turned their backs on him. Scipio felt this and even requested that he be buried at his villa in Liternum and not at the family tomb in Rome. Only in death today is he truly appreciated. Yet, for all that he contributed to Rome's wealth and safety, there was nothing that he could have done to protect him from the jealousy of men's hearts.